Welcome to the Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School Convocation exercises for the class of 2021. I'm Dr. Robert Johnson, Dean of the Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School, and I am delighted to lead us in our graduation celebration for this class. Our national anthem will be sung by graduating class members of the vocal cords, New Jersey Medical School's a cappella group.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave,
I would like to thank the vocal cords for that outstanding rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. I would also like to acknowledge our New Jersey Medical School students, Dr. Grace Rowe and Dr. Thomas Cardassian Seeger, for providing the beautifully performed opening music for our convocation. They're both members of the class of 2021. Just 4 short years ago, I had the distinct pleasure of welcoming you to New Jersey Medical School at your white coat ceremony. The world was quite a different place then. For starters, we never dreamed that for 2 years in a row, the New Jersey Medical School Convocation would, by necessity, be held in this manner. When you considered the careers in medicine, you never thought that you would be entering this field as the world continues to be hit by the global pandemic of this virulent COVID-19. Our gathering today is a statement to the human spirit. Despite the situation we've been living with over the past year, we are coming together to celebrate you and your commitment to helping others by becoming physicians. We know that for many of us, it is deeply disappointing not to be able to enjoy a traditional convocation. We all miss the time we spent together in each other's company, sharing and memorizing each other. However, because we are individuals who take responsibility seriously, we have decided to come together and celebrate this milestone in this manner, a manner which is not harmful to you and not harmful to other individuals, and a manner which allows us to have great memories together. You've all chosen specialties that will enhance the lives of your patients, and as you enter your residencies and leave us, you leave us with a sense of pride. Congratulations on a job well done. Today you will hear from a number of very special individuals. We're honored to welcome the Rutgers University Board of Governors Representative, Mr. Frank Hunley. We're also grateful to Dr. Brian Strong, Chancellor of Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences, will address us later in the program. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the women and men who are responsible for guiding you throughout your medical education. Today is devoted to our graduating class, but in order to get to this point, we need all of a group of outstanding individuals, your teachers, your mentors, your advisors, and administrators who supported you during your journey to become a physician. To the faculty, chairs, and administrators, at New Jersey Medical School, your dedication and expertise has provided our graduates with the essential skills they need to establish their careers in medicine. I thank each of you for your ongoing commitment to excellence. It is now my privilege to introduce Mr. Frank Hundley as he offers remarks on behalf of the Rutgers University Board of Governors.
Greetings to the graduating class of 2021 of Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School. My name is Frank Hundley, and I'm a member of the Rutgers University Board of Governors. It is with great joy that I bring you heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the Board of Governors and our chair, Mark Engelson. Today is a day for which you are being recognized on your most significant professional accomplishment to date, your graduation from medical school. This comes at a time of unprecedented change. Indeed, you are graduating from medical school at a very challenging time in world history, but you don't need me to tell you that. I recognize and acknowledge the sacrifices that you have made and will continue to make in the coming years and throughout your careers in medicine and healthcare. The health and well-being of humankind is in your hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today, you join an esteemed group of graduates from one of the greatest universities in the world. You join the ranks of many who have achieved great heights and continue to make a positive impact on society each and every day. While those are big steps to follow, I have full confidence that armed with your Rutgers medical education, you will rise to the occasion and make us all proud. Our university is older than the nation itself. We've grown from our humble beginnings as a fledgling colonial college into a land-grant school and later one of the largest and most premier state universities in the country. With 70,000 students across New Jersey, Rutgers stands as the 8th oldest institution of higher learning in the United States and has a rich, proud history which boasts such notable graduates as Paul Robeson, the talented actor, singer, scholar, and social activist, and Selman Waksman, the brilliant Nobel Prize-winning microbiologist who discovered streptomycin, to name just a couple. Today, we continue to make advances with cutting-edge COVID-19 research to end the scourge that has plagued our planet for the last year. You join them as graduates of this great university, and for that, you should be filled with pride. As a proud alumnus and member of the Board of Governors, I share in your excitement today. Our university is richly diverse and offers tremendous opportunities to the citizens of New Jersey, our nation, and the world beyond. While today's virtual ceremony is not ideal, as health professionals, I know you understand the value of preserving the health and safety of the public. Take the knowledge you've gained and the experiences you've had over the past 4 years and educate your patients and others so that we may live in a safer and more vibrant world. Lastly, I implore you to give back to Rutgers. Help our university maintain its greatness and thrive by giving your time, talent, and treasure to help Rutgers retain its status as a great university, one in which you can take pride for decades to come. Each of you has your own unique gifts and have the ability to make an impact on Rutgers. It is my sincere hope that a generation from now, I will see many of you addressing a bright group of healthcare professionals poised to bring the future healthcare delivery to our world. Best wishes, graduates, and thank you again for what you've accomplished and what you will continue to accomplish in the years ahead. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Mr. Hundley, for your warm greetings on behalf of the Rutgers University Board of Governors. I am now honored to welcome Dr. Brian Strong, Chancellor of the Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Johnson, Frank, members of the faculty, students, family, friends, and distinguished guests. I'm happy to greet you on this momentous occasion and offer congratulations to all of you on behalf of the Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences community. Less than a year and a half ago, the world woke up to the reality of the first global pandemic of our lifetimes. The first confirmed case of the novel coronavirus was detected in New Jersey in March of 2020. And in the days since, more than 23,000 residents of New Jersey and millions more worldwide have lost their lives to this terrible disease. Many of us didn't understand then the drastic ways our daily lives would change, the personal and societal toll this pandemic would cause, and the resilience we would need to summon to overcome it. From the beginning, even more than many other institutions, Rutgers University was on the front lines. We responded to this global emergency in ways big and small by creating a better COVID-19 testing method and sharing this discovery with the world. We worked with our hospital and health system partners to care for the sick, at risk to our own providers, and conducted research into how the disease impacted our healthcare workers. We partnered with our state government to launch a contact tracing initiative to track and mitigate the spread of the disease. We worked to successfully keep the campus an island of relative health in a sea of disease. We graduated your friends and peers from the medical, pharmacy, and nursing classes of 2020 early so they could shore up our weary healthcare providers during the height of our collective uncertainty and need. And we conducted vaccine clinical trials to speed the approval of our best hope for bringing us back together as soon as possible. It is too soon to tell what the lasting legacies of the past year will be, but I'm hopeful that society's renewed appreciation for science, wellness, and the health professions will usher in a renaissance of life-changing discoveries, innovative and integrated treatments, and a commitment to ensuring that all of our community members receive the care that they need. The country is clearly investing in health in a way that it has not done so in years. Hopefully, these memories will endure. Though unfortunately, we will continue to battle the virus for many months and years to come, the unprecedented scientific rigor, ingenuity, and collaboration that we have seen and contributed to this year promise a new horizon for patient care that is vivid with potential. So today, as we celebrate you and recognize the years of hard work and preparation that have brought you here, I'm confident that we can count on each of you to continue this work to advance research, policy, and interventions for a healthier and better prepared future. Though the future of healthcare is appropriately evolving and adapting, there's one thing that will always remain constant. We are physicians because our patients need us. We are physicians to apply the healing arts and sciences to care for our individual patients, their families, our communities, and society as a whole. We are physicians to practice our skills without discrimination to ease suffering, increase health, and preserve the human dignity of everyone. It is a real privilege to be a physician, and I welcome you today to this company. On my wall, since my own graduation, is a quotation from my medical school mentor, Dr. Philip Tumulty of Johns Hopkins, who is a true scholar and a pioneer of humanism in healthcare. He said, quote, "You are engaged in the service of the sick. With the knowledge you are acquiring as a scientist, with your clinical art developed through experience, with the warmth of your own spirit and the strength of your own character, with the laying on of your hands, and in response to your words, you can make the sick better and fill the dying with peace. These are great powers, always deserve them." Unquote. These words always remind me of how fortunate I am to have found my profession. What you do will impact lives in the most direct and meaningful ways, and that is the greatest joy. This is a day of great personal achievement for each of you and a culmination of your educational careers. I'm very proud to have been part of the day, to enjoy your success, and to share it with your friends and family. So on behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Strom, for your welcoming remarks to the class of 2021. I now call upon Dr. Maria Soto-Green, Executive Vice Dean of New Jersey Medical School and a graduate of our class of 1980, to present the Stanley S. Bergen Jr. Medal of Excellence, the Dean Charles R. Brown Award, the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award, and the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Faculty Award.
Thank you, Dean Johnson. It is now my privilege to present the first award, the Stanley S. Bergen Jr. Medal of Excellence, which was originally established by the Board of Trustees of the former University of Medicine and Dentistry of New Jersey in honor of its founding president, Dr. Bergen. Under Dr. Bergen's direction, UMDNJ became the largest freestanding health sciences university in the country and boosted medical access throughout the state of New Jersey. We are pleased to carry on Dr. Bergen's vision. The recipient of this year's award is Dr. Sarah Bebahani. Throughout her tenure at New Jersey Medical School, Sarah has been recognized for her leadership, outstanding academic performance, notable achievement in research and service to the student body and community at large. Sarah's outstanding academic record led her to be elected to the New Jersey chapter of Alpha Omega Alpha in her junior year. Student election to the NJMS chapter is in recognition of outstanding academic achievement in medical school, as well as exhibiting professionalism in dealing with the medical school community. Sarah was elected as president of the NJMS chapter of AOA. Additionally, Sarah has been very active in service aimed at helping our local community and student body, and her efforts were recognized by her election to the NJMS chapter of the Goal Humanism Honor Society, initiated by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. Students in the GHHS were identified by their peers and faculty as sharing the distinction of demonstrating exemplary commitment to enriching medicine with humanism. Sarah also demonstrated significant leadership skills in the roles of Vice President and President of the Ironbound Initiative, a student service organization that works to fill health-related gaps in a culturally diverse section of the Newark community. Sarah, it is my pleasure to award you the Stanley S. Bergen Jr. Medal of Excellence. We are indeed proud of you. It is now my pleasure to present the second award, the Dean Charles L. Brown Award, which is made possible through the generosity of the New Jersey Medical School Alumni Association. This award was established in memory of the first dean of New Jersey Medical School. Each year, the recipient is selected by their fellow classmates. This year, the recipient is Dr. Nitisha Prasad. Throughout medical school, Nitisha has served in leadership roles and has been actively involved in community service initiatives. As a distinction in service student, Nitisha created, organized, and implemented a community service project, Companion Care. Students spend time in extended care facilities providing companionship and company to residents who are often alone or have no immediate family. Her strong leadership skills led her to being elected president of the NJMS Student Council, where she has worked closely with the dean, the Office of Student Affairs, and the administration. Nitisha was selected to be a Humanism Fellow of the Healthcare Foundation Center for Humanism and Medicine. Her commitment to service and humanism was also recognized by her election to the NJMS chapter of the Goal Humanism Honor Society. Nitisha, I am delighted to present you the Dean Charles L. Brown Award. The next award is the 2021 Leonard Tell Humanism and Medicine Award presented by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. This award honors both a graduating medical student and a faculty member who best demonstrate the foundation's ideals of outstanding compassion in the delivery of care, respect for patients, their families, and healthcare colleagues. This year, I am honored to present both the student and faculty recipients of this award. The student recipient is Dr. Alexandra Bonney. During her time at New Jersey Medical School, Alexandra has taken on service roles aimed at helping our local community and student body, and her efforts were also recognized by her election to the NJMS chapter of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Of the many service activities that Alexandra participated in, she is particularly proud of the work she did as a facilitator in the virtual family visits program. As part of this program, during the COVID pandemic, she helped patients in the ICU connect virtually with family members. As all of us know, many patients during the pandemic were alone and unable to see their families prior to their death. The work that Alexandra and her colleagues did in this project epitomizes what it means to be humanistic. They provided an opportunity for our patients and their loved ones to say goodbye. Alexandra, we are indeed pleased to present you with the Tell Humanism and Medicine Award. The faculty recipient of the Tell Humanism and Medicine Award is Dr. Erin Zerbo, Assistant Professor in the Department of Psychiatry. Dr. Zerbo is often described as a role model for our medical students. She readily addresses and confronts issues of inequities of healthcare in a way that puts the patient's needs front and centered in the clinic. Our students describe Dr. Zerbo as an endless wellspring of compassion. She serves as the head of our hospital's Addiction Center of Excellence, which is a demanding role, and yet she always treats our patients with compassion and dignity. Her patients adore her and rarely miss an opportunity to vocalize how pleased they are to have Dr. Zerbo as their psychiatrist. Substance use crosses all sorts of cultural, racial, and socioeconomic divides, but Dr. Zerbo brings compassion, patience, and a passion for respecting the dignity of others to all patient encounters. She is a tireless advocate for patients' rights and inspires those around her to approach difficult patients with greater empathy. She is a physician with limitless compassion. Dr. Zerbo, we are delighted to present you with this award today.
Thank you, Dr. Soto Green, and thank you, all the award recipients. You are a true credit to our institution. Your dedication and commitment to medicine and to our students is commendable. To present the next awards, the New Jersey Health Foundation Excellence in Teaching Award, the New Jersey Health Foundation Excellence in Research Award, and the Distinguished Alumnus Award, I called to the podium our Associate Dean for Admissions and Vice Chair and CEO of the New Jersey Health Foundation, Dr. George Heinrich, who's also a member of the class of 1972. And of course, you students remember that the class of 1972 is the greatest class we ever produced.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. This has been a challenging year for all. COVID, continued racial crises, an attack on the Capitol. We all have many challenges to face. However, today marks your completion of medical school and the incredible privilege of being a physician. To use your acquired skills to make a difference in all the lives of those for whom you will provide care during your career. I'm immensely proud of each one of you. I was also privileged to personally call you to accept you to New Jersey Medical School 4 years ago. I hope you and your family also remember that thrilling moment. I do. Best wishes to all of you, and please do stay in touch to share your future great accomplishments. It gives me great pleasure to present the New Jersey Health Foundation Excellence in Teaching Award for 2021 to Dr. Valerie Fitzhugh, a graduate of New Jersey Medical School's class of 2004 and an outstanding educator. It was also my pleasure to call her personally just over 20 years ago to accept her to New Jersey Medical School. Dr. Fitzhugh is an associate professor and interim chair of pathology at both New Jersey Medical School and Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. Throughout her career, she has shown an outstanding commitment to the teaching of medical students, residents, and the general public. She has a very strong social media presence, which she uses to increase awareness about public health issues. Dr. Fitzhugh has participated in many aspects of undergraduate medical education. Until she was appointed interim chair, she was chair of the Committee on Curriculum, Academic Programs, and Policies, where she led a dedicated group of faculty and students to continuously work to improve the New Jersey Medical School curriculum, as well as the policies which govern the learning environment. She teaches in the Musculoskeletal and Integumentary Systems course, which she led from 2016 until 2020, and she participates in several courses at both medical schools. Dr. Fitzhugh also plays a pivotal role in encouraging people, especially people of color, to be vaccinated for COVID-19. In addition to taking part in the clinical trial, she has been featured by NJ.com, appeared on MSNBC's Morning Joe, as well as other television shows, and has been listed by Medscape as one of the 20 top Black social media influencers in 2020. In 2017, she was named to the top 5 group of American Society for Clinical Pathologists under 40 group. This group recognizes its members under the age of 40 and their achievement and leadership qualities that are making an impact on pathology and laboratory medicine. We are delighted to award the New Jersey Health Foundation Excellence in Teaching Award to Dr. Valerie Fitzhugh. It is now my pleasure to present the New Jersey Health Foundation Excellence in Research Award, which recognizes a New Jersey Medical School faculty member for outstanding research performed during the past academic year. I am honored to present this award to Dr. Mark Siracusa, a Chancellor Scholar, Assistant Professor in the Department of Medicine, and a member of the Center for Immunity and Inflammation. Dr. Siracusa has established a successful and internationally recognized research program since starting at New Jersey Medical School in 2014. In the last year, he has published 2 senior authored papers in the prestigious journals PLOS Pathogens and Nature Immunology. These papers have and will continue to have significant impact in neuroscience and immunology. In addition to these publications, Dr. Siracusa was recently awarded an NIH R01 grant, giving Dr. Siracusa 3 concurrent R01s for 2020. This is a remarkable achievement. Dr. Siracusa has also recently been notified he is being awarded tenure. On a personal note, I've been working directly with Dr. Siracusa to help him launch Nemagen, a startup company, which is developing a novel small molecule to interfere with the mast cell production cycle and prevent allergic reactions. We are delighted to present the New Jersey Health Foundation Excellence in Research Award to Dr. Mark Siracusa. The final award, which I'm honored to present, is the Distinguished Alumnus Award, which was established by the New Jersey Medical School Alumni Association to recognize outstanding achievements of one of our graduates. This year's recipient is Dr. Jean Anderson Eloy, professor of otolaryngology, head and neck surgery. Dr. Eloy graduated from New Jersey Medical School in 2002. He is a highly accomplished physician, teacher, author, and entrepreneur. And 22 and a half years ago, I had the pleasure to personally call Dr. Eloy to accept him to New Jersey Medical School. At New Jersey Medical School, Dr. Eloy serves as professor and vice chair of otolaryngology, head and neck surgery, as well as director of rhinology and sinus surgery, director of otolaryngology research, and co-director of the endoscopic skull-based surgery program. Dr. Eloy also has joint appointments as professor of neurological surgery and professor of ophthalmology and visual sciences. Dr. Eloy has been a prolific author with numerous contributions, including articles, most of which include NJMS student authors, books, scientific presentations, and invited lectures. It is difficult to list all of Dr. Eloy's accomplishments. We are very proud that he began his studies at New Jersey Medical School, and we are honored to award the Distinguished Alumnus Award to Dr. Jean Anderson Eloy. Thank you for the honor of presenting these awards. And again, most importantly, I congratulate the class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Heinrich, and congratulations and thank you to our reward recipients. Your accomplishments are indeed very important to us. At this point in our ceremony, I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker, Dr. Sharif El-Nahal, President and CEO of University Hospital, which is the New Jersey Medical School's principal teaching hospital. Dr. El-Nahal has led University Hospital through the COVID-19 public health emergency, establishing the first COVID-19 vaccination site in New Jersey and vaccinating the state's first healthcare worker on December 15th, 2020. I happen to have been the second one vaccinated at the hospital, and I'm indeed very, very pleased about that. Dr. El-Nahal has had an impressive career. He's been appointed by the White House Fellow in the Department of Veterans Affairs during the Obama administration and was subsequently named Assistant Deputy Undersecretary for Health, Quality, Safety, and Value for the Veterans Administration. Within the state of New Jersey, Dr. El-Nahal served as Commissioner of Health under Governor Murphy. His accomplishments in this position include expanding the New Jersey Health Information Network. He also worked closely with the New Jersey First Lady Tammy Murphy on Nurture New Jersey to help improve infant and maternal health outcomes and reduce health disparities. Most recently, while leading University Hospital, Dr. Eleanor Hall was invited to be a member of President Biden's Transition Committee, serving on the Veterans Administration team. Dr. Eleanor Hall, we are delighted to have you join us today.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Sharif Elnahal, President and CEO of University Hospital in Newark. It is really an honor to speak with all of you, students, staff, and faculty, at your Spring 2021 Convocation. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you to Dr. Strom, Chancellor of Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences, and Dr. Robert Johnson, Dean of Rutgers New Jersey Medical School, for inviting me to speak with all of you today. It's safe to say that your medical school years, especially since March of 2020, are unlike any experience I've had, or really any of your predecessors. 2020 changed everything in so many ways for all of us. But I don't need to tell you that. You lived it, day and night. In preparing these remarks, I found a tweet I sent in October of 2020. Referring to patients with COVID-19, I wrote, "At worst, we had over 300 patients in-house." Then I added this phrase, "No, I am not making the numbers up." I wish I was. As they say, sometimes fact is stranger than fiction, and the fact is, we could have never anticipated the impact of the pandemic on University Hospital. I wish we all didn't have to experience University Hospital's ER and patient units filled with so many patients struggling to stay alive for just one more day. I wish we didn't have to experience this terrible loss, and I wish we didn't have to witness family members saying goodbye to a loved one over FaceTime or another mobile technology, unable to give one final handhold or hug. 11 members of our University Hospital family passed away from COVID-19. They did so doing the most important work of saving the lives of others. They're true heroes. But you, the members of the New Jersey Medical School class of 2021, are heroes too. No syllabus or curriculum could have prepared you for the kind of training you had in the past year. And no medical school admissions application could have allowed us to project the kind of dedication and commitment that you showed when we needed you the most. If we didn't hear it when we were saying it at the height of the pandemic, I'll say it now. Thank you. Thank you to all of you, the fourth-year medical students who worked alongside of us, treating critical patients. You rose to the occasion to meet the challenges of a disease about which we knew very little, and against which you were putting yourselves at personal risk every single day. You were there alongside of us, helping to meet our essential mission, caring for our most vulnerable community members in Newark and Essex County. Day after day, night after night, you were there. Holidays and weekends, Easter, Memorial Day, 4th of July. Friends and family were off of work, but you were there. At University Hospital, we have a special debt of gratitude for those of you who helped during the COVID-19 surge in April of 2020. There are so many patients in our emergency room and intensive care unit. Our staff was stretched beyond its capacity. Things got so urgent that the U.S. Army Reserves were called in to assist us. But you were there with us too. And a special thank you to the members of the New Jersey Medical School COVID team for doing your part to keep our team going. 30 medical students worked for 97 days straight to make sure that there were enough meals to feed the staff members who were working so hard day and night. That's 4,000 meals a day, 388,000 meals overall. You kept showing up, sometimes with very little sleep. Your selflessness does more than inspire gratitude. It gives those of us in leadership a strong sense of confidence that your commitment to patient care and public health will be long-lasting. And our nation needs that in its future healthcare leaders more than it ever did before. When I was not much further along in my training, I experienced a day during my intern year that I would never, ever forget. It was April 2017, and I was a first-year internal medicine doctor working at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston. Terrorists had detonated bombs near the finish line of the Boston Marathon, just blocks away from where I was sleeping. Hundreds of people were injured, 17 lost limbs, 3 later died. I'd been on a night rotation, and I was woken during the day hours by a page asking for volunteers to help triage explosion victims as they came into the hospital. I'd never seen anything like that day, and will never forget the frenetic environment of our emergency room. The experience taught me that this profession isn't just about meeting routine care needs. It also means that any of us may be called to serve the public during the worst of emergencies. I learned that was part of our job, and all of you also have that lesson even before you graduated. That's a big deal, and it illustrates how prepared you are for any challenge that comes next. In the midst of a pandemic, we also experienced a reckoning over race in America. The murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery were sobering displays of systemic and interpersonal racism that still exist in this country. The conversation about racial equity can no longer be pushed into the background in healthcare or anywhere. And so many of you joined us to say and repeat the truth that best characterizes our collective pursuit for racial justice. Black lives matter. But we have to do more than just utter that truth. The pandemic reminded us of the inequities that exist in our healthcare system. People of color caught COVID-19 at a much higher rate than the general population. In Newark, far fewer people have been vaccinated against COVID-19 than people throughout the entire state. I'm convinced that the next frontier in civil rights will be in the very field that you are entering. Racial justice in healthcare and in health will continue to dominate our collective pursuit towards social justice, and I can't think of a better set of leaders to take that mantle than all of you. If we were in person, this is the part where I'd ask all of you to look around at your colleagues. But you know this regardless. There isn't a single graduating class in America that look more like this country at large than this graduating NJMS class. So many of you will be seeing patients in the coming years, and as you're caring for people of color or members of the LGBTQ+ community or any group under the sun, your patients will feel much more comfortable because you share a lived experience with them. And even in situations where you don't, the perspective that all of you can bring, having trained alongside among the most diverse classes in the country, will help you that much more. We're already in the middle of this next movement, this next frontier in civil rights in this country. Martin Luther King said, of all the forms of inequality, injustice in healthcare is the most shocking and inhumane. As new graduates with the privilege of carrying the degree that you now hold, you are part of this movement, and you have the power to use every bit of influence that you have to advance the agenda of racial justice in healthcare in the years to come. And unlike any other group of medical school graduates, you will also be the ones most prepared to provide leadership when things look the most desperate. You will be the voice of reassurance in the room when others are looking for a source of calmness. You will be the healthcare leaders who will be finding solutions to address the public health challenges of the future. And many of you will be on podiums like this, influencing the generation of clinicians who will come after you. And in the crowd, you will see faces as I can imagine yours now. You will see the looks of determination and conviction and courage. You will see people who are motivated not by dollar, but by deed. You are the ones who will heal the sick and cure those with disease. I will leave you with one last quote from a leader whose story meant so much to me growing up. Malcolm X once said, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." Please remember that although you now belong to a group that is among the most educated in this country, your learning cannot and should not ever stop. Just over a year ago, experts and clinicians alike in this country were faced with a disease that nobody knew anything about. You were all forced to learn every single day, and we were doing it right alongside of you. X's words remind me that being a physician must mean embracing a career of continuous, lifelong learning, and with humility when facing a crisis. Good luck, my colleagues. I have faith in you. On behalf of our entire University Hospital family, thank you. Stay strong, well, and safe in this new and exciting chapter.
Sharif, thank you for sharing your professional experiences and for imparting such wise counsel upon our graduating class. As a token of our appreciation, we will be presenting to you a plaque on behalf of the New Jersey Medical School. We will now hear a message from the president of the New Jersey Medical School Student Council, Dr. Naticha Prasad. Dr. Prasad, your drive and desire to improve the quality of life of your classmates at New Jersey Medical School has been evident through your involvement in various positions on the Student Council, most recently serving as president. I applaud your unwavering advocacy on behalf of the school and its students, and your ability to make a positive impact. Thank you, Naticha, for sharing your reflections. We appreciate your leadership and service to our school.
Good afternoon, Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School, class of 2021, faculty, family, and friends. My name is Nithisha Prasad, and I've had the honor of being the NJMS Student Council President this past year. I wish that I could be speaking to you today and celebrating our achievement in person with you all. I wish our parents and our grandparents could have the joy of hearing our names called and watching us walk across the stage to get hooded. Instead, I'm speaking to a camera an entire month in advance, still making use of a ring light I thought I'd never have to see again. I was elected to my role as Student Council President last March, right at the very beginning of this pandemic. No one could have predicted the year that followed. As the world encountered crisis after crisis this past year, we saw the effects right here, firsthand in medical school, in our little microcosm of the world. We, the class of 2021, seemed to be especially affected. For people who were so used to planning out our lives long term, we were suddenly faced with new unknowns and all of our plans upended. We had no away rotations, board exam cancellations, scheduling changes, virtual interviews, and a completely different application season than any of us ever expected. We've all faced loss, personally and on a global scale. But through it all, we persevered and we made it here, to the day that we finally become physicians. We've learned this year how adaptable and resilient we are, and how important the community we formed over the past 4 years really is. So to our faculty and our mentors, thank you for being on this journey with us every step of the way. We know how hard you work for us, but it was especially apparent this year, from meetings multiple times a week, wellness check-ins, to answering our emails and calls at any hour of the day or night. We are so lucky to know that we will always have you in our corner. You have been role models, and you have all exemplified the NJMS spirit that we will all carry with us. To our family and loved ones who are watching, thank you for your unwavering support, your words of encouragement, and your persistent belief in us. Thank you for listening to us speak in medical jargon that didn't make any sense, but for always listening anyway. Thank you for trying to understand the incredibly complicated match process, even when we weren't sure we understood it ourselves. It's already hard enough to be supportive of people who spend all their quality time with textbooks and question banks, but this year pushed you even more. The fear that we felt each day going into the hospital during a pandemic was fear you also felt each and every day. And so we share this achievement today with all of you. To our patients, thank you for being our most important teachers. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your lives and for showing us that we can and must be the most powerful advocates for our patients and our communities. This year has shown the world more than ever that we must use our voices and speak up in the face of injustice. We would not be the doctors we are today without you. And finally, to my classmates, we started this journey as 188 strangers. We leave here as 188 physicians and colleagues, a part of a class forever bonded by our shared experience. We selflessly shared study guides and exam woes, we've laughed together, and we've cried together. We once took over an entire floor of 180 just to have a class-wide holiday party. When a classmate's computer crashed, multiple people uploaded their entire OneNote notebooks just to help out. And when our world faced a pandemic, we showed up and organized, volunteered, and donated. And who else could ever understand what it's like to learn how to do procedures over Zoom? Medical school may have given me some gray hairs, but I'm glad it gave me even more lifelong friends. So let's take a moment to reflect and celebrate ourselves. We are, and we always have been, more than medical students on this journey. We are parents, immigrants, and first-generation Americans, lawyers, teachers, and musicians. And now, we're also physicians, which means we finally get a salary. So as we set out for 188 different paths and careers, we are all entering a healthcare force that needs us more than ever. And I'm so glad I get to be here doing it with you, a part of the best class. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Naticha, for sharing your reflections. We appreciate your leadership and service to our school. We are particularly proud of our students who are members of the military, and we want to thank them for their service. I am honored to introduce Lieutenant Colonel, United States Army, Peter Tonon, who will administer the military oath of office to our graduates. Dr. Genevieve Guerrero Fernandez, Dr. Donald Ohioma, and Dr. Anthony Vesci.
Honored guests, distinguished faculty, graduates, on behalf of the United States Army, the United States Army Reserves, and the 99th Readiness Division, I am honored and pleased to be here to share and celebrate your convocation. Today you are no longer students. Today you are doctors, and as doctors, yours is a great and awesome responsibility. To heal the sick, to alleviate their pain, to listen to our fears, to be our doctors. We now find ourselves pitted against an unseen enemy. A deadly and infectious virus has swept across our nation. However, the healthcare worker, the doctors, the nurses, the medics, the pharmacists, the entire healthcare team has raised the standard against this organism. And through our efforts and the longevity and of our will to fight, we will endure and defeat this virus. We welcome you now to the ranks and commend you for your untiring dedication to the preservation of life. I came here today for the purpose of administering the oath of office for military service, recognizing those graduates who have decided to also become military physicians, who will be given the opportunity to treat the heroes, the men and women that serve and protect us every day. Nevertheless, I think it is necessary to explain what the oath is and why it is so important. Throughout our lives, we take many oaths. When we get married, we take an oath to honor and cherish our husbands and our wives to death do us part. When we go to court, we take an oath to tell the truth. Later today, you will take the Hippocratic oath, where you will promise to do no harm, to do all you can to preserve life. Then there is the oath of office for military service, where you will promise to serve and protect the people of this great nation. But what does all these oaths have in common? They have in common they just use words. Just words. We use words like duty, honor, promise, dedication, loyalty, and truth. But are these really just words? Just words thrown about? I tell you now that they are not. They are strong and powerful words that carry with them great meaning. They build and establish who we are. Quite simply, the oath is your word, your solemn promise that you will do what you say you will do. Therefore, I must encourage you and charge you to never give up your word and to never give up your oath. And in so doing, the people will remember you. Throughout your career, your word will be challenged. It'll be challenged in the form of unwanted circumstances. These voices of unwanted circumstances will challenge your oath, asking you to make a sacrifice. Don't do it. These voices may come from the people that you trust the most in your life, your friends, your family, your colleagues. Do not waver in your conviction. Do not give up your oath, and they will remember you. One brief story before I give the oath of office to these fine young officers in front of me. General Grant, the commanding general of the Union Army during the Civil War, had found himself deep in Southern territory, when suddenly he saw a rebel army forming to this distance, taking up battle positions against him. Seeing he was outnumbered and outmatched, he quickly planned for a quick withdrawal or a hasty defense. But then suddenly the rebel commander noticed Grant and quickly withdrew. Grant did not understand what happened. Then years later, after the war was over, Grant learned that everybody knew who he was and what he would do. So why do I tell you this story now? Don't give up your word. Don't give up your oath, and they will remember you. At this time, I'll have my three graduating military physicians. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Some attention. I state your name.
I, Jamila de la Cruz Navarro Fernandez,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office I am about to enter,
the duties of the office that I am about to enter,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you. Welcome to the Army.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel, and thank you, graduating students, members of the class of 2021, who have committed yourselves to the service to our country and your fellow soldiers. We commend you. It is now my privilege to welcome a surprise guest speaker to this year's convocation. Please join me in welcoming a man whose service to our country has included advising the past 7 presidents over the past 4 decades, Dr. Anthony Fauci, Director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases.
Warm greetings to you all. My name is Tony Fauci, and I'm the Director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and Chief Medical Advisor for COVID-19 to President Biden. I am delighted to have this opportunity to congratulate the class of 2021 as we navigate year 2 of the global pandemic of COVID-19. I am keenly aware that celebrating this important milestone of your lives under the constraints of this pandemic is at best disappointing. However, we all must adapt to this extraordinary situation and unite to meet its challenges. When this pandemic began its sweep around the globe more than a year ago, it quickly hobbled hospitals and imposed crushing levels of stress and strain on their medical staffs. You were among those who faced this situation and the subsequent surge of COVID-19 hospitalizations with courage, resiliency, and adaptability. And so thank you for your extraordinary dedication. I often advise students to embrace the unexpected opportunities that will unquestionably present themselves to you during your career. In the 1980s, I remember clearly when the recognition of a new virus later named HIV caused me to make an abrupt turn in my own NIH career. Only decades later could I adequately reflect on how enormous an impact that virus has had on the global community. Currently, we are at a critical juncture. Our pathway to ending this current pandemic has been lit by the stunningly rapid development and deployment of highly effective COVID-19 vaccines. Here in the US, through a deliberate tactical whole-of-government approach, we are making sustained progress. Yet globally, we are still in a race to vaccinate faster than SARS-CoV-2 can mutate into more transmissible and deadly variants. I am optimistic that the United States will continue to steadily increase the percentage of people vaccinated and reduce the opportunities for the virus to spread. Once the blanket of protection we create through vaccination makes the risk of virus transmission very low, we can lift more precautions and make a prudent return to some sort of normality. We must not ignore, however, our moral responsibility to help other low and middle income countries that are struggling to do the same as we, as a rich country, are doing. As you move into the next stage of your medical careers, regardless of your medical specialty, now more than ever, we need your talent, your energy, your resolve, and your character to keep and help restore and preserve our healthy world. And so thank you. Keep well, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Dr. Fauci, thank you for joining us and addressing our graduating class, and thank you for your extraordinary service to our country. During the white coat ceremony, our incoming students recited the oath of Hippocrates. At this time, we ask that they reaffirm this oath. Dr. Christine Traba, a graduate of New Jersey Medical School's class of 2006, a faculty member of the Department of Pediatrics, and our Associate Dean for Education, was selected by the class of 2021 to administer the oath of Hippocrates. Dr. Traba has been a member of the faculty since 2010. Throughout her career, medical students have praised Dr. Traba's commitment to their education and development. In addition to teaching them, she has mentored and inspired them to become greater physicians and lifelong learners.
Thank you, Dean Johnson. I also want to thank the class of 2021 for selecting me for this honor. And I ask the members of the graduating class to please rise. I also invite any physicians who are present to rise and recite the Hippocratic Oath with us. I do solemnly swear by that which I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that into whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick, holding myself aloof from wrong, from corruption, and from the tempting of others to vice, that I will exercise my art solely for the care of my patients, and will give no drug and perform no operation for a criminal purpose, far less suggested. That whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of people which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things I do promise, and in proportion as I am faithful to this my oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine, and the opposite if I shall be forsworn. Congratulations, fellow physicians.
We now reach a special moment in our ceremony. I call upon Dr. James Hill, Associate Dean of Student Affairs, to speak to the class and to read the names of our graduates.
Thank you, Dean Johnson. Before I read the names of our graduating class, Dean Johnson has given me the honor of announcing one more award, which is actually a surprise for the recipient. This award, the Distinguished Citizen Award, is not given every year and is reserved for individuals who have made exceptional contributions to our student body and school community. This year, New Jersey Medical School has decided to recognize Marcia Tabakin with this award, which reads as follows. In recognition of her selfless dedication, outstanding service, and contributions to Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School, this award is presented to Marcia Tabakin, whose devotion to our students and community has been an inspiration. Shortly after graduating college, Marcia started working in the Office of Student Affairs in 1973. She continued in this role until 1980, when she took time to become a mother. Returning to New Jersey Medical School in 1988, Marcia has served as a role model and inspiration to those who've worked with her. Over the years, she's inspired and been a source of support for her colleagues and coworkers in the Student Affairs and Registrar's offices. Throughout her career, she's worked as the Director of Student Services with 6 different Student Affairs deans who've relied on her professional judgment and sound advice. I have been blessed to work with Marcia for the past 12 years, and I'm thrilled to present her with this award. Industrial and organizational psychologists who study work environments have noted that there are usually individuals who become the heart of an institution. Their work may not always be recognized because they are not always out front, but they are the ones who are frequently making a place work. Marcia is one of those people. She's in many ways been the heart and soul of what we do in student affairs. Our students have benefited from her selfless dedication and outstanding service. She's inspired us all to do better. I cannot imagine a more distinguished citizen of New Jersey Medical School. Marcia will be retiring later this year, but her impact will live on for decades through all the students that she has helped. Thank you for all that you have done, and congratulations, Marcia. Now, it is my honor to do my favorite task of the year. I get to read our students' names at the white coat ceremony every year, and also I get to read them at Convocation, where I get to officially call them doctor for the first time. Class of 2021, please know how proud you have made each of us at NJMS. Thank you for being such a wonderful class. You are all exceptional, and it is truly an honor for me to get to recognize you in this way. And remember what I told you a few weeks ago. Today, when I call you doctor, you have my permission to call me James. Let's begin. Dr. Nurek Achiri Mofor. Dr. Janet Adiola. Dr. Adam Ahmad Chalstra.
Congratulations, Adam. As a doctor, family.
Dr. Saad Ali. Dr. Grace An. Dr. Anderson Antoine. Dr. Carol Apai.
Congratulations, Mommy! Congratulations, Mommy!
Congratulations, Mommy!
Dr. Richard Atala. Dr. Naomi Atobi-Loye.
Big thank you to my mom and my dad, my aunt and my uncle, and everybody else who got me here. Congrats to my friends and the whole class of 2021. We made it.
Dr. Daniel Aziz. Dr. Archana Babu. Dr. Shabazz Beg. Dr. Jacob Ball. Dr. Gregory Berinsky. Dr. Jessica Barnes. Dr. Elizabeth Batista. Dr. Sarah Babahani. Dr. John Berteau.
3.
Yeah.
I like the way that it doesn't look like digital, you know?
No, there's sometimes you see it as like, I see it.
Dr. Neil Bhavsar. Dr. Dorian Bogdanovsky.
Hi everyone, med school was pretty cool. Everyone who said, blink and you miss it, was a dirty liar. It felt like 40 years, but it was the best 40 years of my life.
Dr. Alexandra Bani. Dr. Robert Brummer.
Thank you to everyone who's made the last 7 years of NJMS so special. I really wish we were celebrating in person today, but congratulations to everybody and good luck in residency.
Dr. Graciela Cando.
Yay!
Dr. Peter Cangiolosi. Dr. Andrew Caterfino. Dr. Angel Chen. Dr. Chris Choi. Dr. Asta Chakshi. Dr. Salil Chowdhury. Dr. Catherine Chung. Dr. Marcin Ciesla. Dr. Nicholas Colonna. Dr. Alexander Crane.
Thank you, Mom, Dad, Annette, and the whole fam. Couldn't have done it without you.
Dr. Carlos Cuenca. Dr. Margaret Delina. Dr. Ankar Dalsania. Dr. Isaac Dodlin. Dr. Nehal Daduk.
Congrats, class of 2021, we made it.
Dr. Thurva Dole. Dr. Crystal Diaz.
Congrats, class of 2021, and thank you, Rutgers, for these memorable 4 years and for bringing us together.
Dr. Andrew Dobish.
Congrats, everybody. It's one hell of a ride. Good luck.
Dr. Akhil Dondapati. Dr. Rebecca Eager. Dr. Thomas Abanja. Dr. David Elson. Dr. Andre Estevez. Dr. Mark Henry Estraplet.
Hi, I'm blessed to have my parents here to assist me in my hooding ceremony and usher me into the next phase of my medical career.
Dr. Tiffany Ezepoy. Dr. Scott Fabricant. Dr. Anthony Pham. Dr. Matthew Festigi. Dr. Nashali Ferrara. Dr. Michael Fields. Dr. Claudia Flores. Dr. Deji Fulleran. Dr. Shlomo Frager. Dr. Uttara Gade. Dr. Yakov Gershfeld. Dr. Genevieve Guevara Fernandez. Dr. Leandro Gutierrez. Dr. Christine Ha. Dr. Jack Haberl.
Congratulations, class of 2021. See you on the floor soon as doctors.
Dr. Surin Hajar. Dr. Gabriel Hanna. Dr. John Herendeen. Dr. Michael Huber. Dr. Aditya Hublikar. Dr. Kevin Huey.
Thank you to everyone for helping me along the way. I couldn't have done it without you. Special thanks to my parents, David and Joyce.
Dr. Paul Ippolito.
Yay!
Dr. Tara Jason. Dr. Erica Jalal.
Yes, this is my daughter. She has become a physician now. Now from student to physician.
Dr. Mirka Jean-Charles. Dr. William Jennings. Dr. Nia Joseph. Dr. Aaron Cullum. Dr. Olivia Khan. Dr. Priya Kantasaria. Dr. Thomas Kardashian Seeger. Dr. Catherine Keim. Dr. Marianne Kent. Dr. Daniel Kiffner. Dr. Brian Kim. Dr. Dong-Young Kim. Dr. Emily Soyeon Kim. Dr. Ragni Kumar. Dr. Kristen Lau. Dr. Tweemy Lay. Dr. Flor Lima. Dr. Nicholas Lepore. Dr. Ashley Leto. Dr. Mark Leota. Dr. Kevin Lozo. Dr. Justin Lewis. Dr. Tina Lula.
Thank you to my family and friends for all the support to get me here today. Special shout out to my parents who took this video 5 times. Up next, Georgetown.
Dr. Selena Ma.
Congratulations! You're great! Dr. Ma! You graduate!
Dr. Spandana Madhukuri. Dr. Shefali Mahidadia. Dr. Stefano Malerba. Dr. Monica Maloney. Dr. Maher Matthew. Dr. Raymond Matthews. Dr. Praveen Matthew. Dr. Jayanth Mayur. Dr. Matthew McHugh. Dr. Nishank Mehta.
I want to say thank you to all my family, friends, and mentors who made this long but rewarding journey possible. Thank you.
Dr. Kevin Messina. Dr. Christian Monsalve. Dr. Margaret Montavano. Dr. Maximilian Munoz. Dr. Rachel Murray. Dr. Sam Nasser. Dr. Mohammed Nawaz. Dr. Ann Duati. Dr. Danielle Nagoy.
Congratulations!
Dr. Nadim Obeidom. Dr. Donald Oyama.
Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
Dr. Ashley Ohms. Dr. Breda Osebonsu. Dr. Katie Otero. Dr. Jeffrey Pear.
Thank you to my family, my fiance, my friends, my mentors for guiding me toward this milestone. I've cherished my time at NJMS and want to wish everybody best of luck moving forward. Congratulations.
Dr. Suraj Pai. Dr. Ashka Parikh. Dr. Reshma Parikh. Dr. Jimmy Patel. Dr. Shivam Patel. Dr. Rishi Patlala. Dr. George Pellegrino. Dr. Christopher Pham. Dr. Kimberly Pianucci. Dr. Jessica Pinto. Dr. Juanita Pinto. Dr. Rachel Papau. Dr. Nikhil Patpali. Dr. James Potter. Dr. Nathisha Prasad. Dr. Caroline Prince. Dr. Somnath Rao. Dr. Jacob Reep. Dr. Grace Rowe. Dr. Dominic Ruskowski. Dr. Savannah Roy. Dr. Clara Ruane. Dr. Stephanie Rothberg. Dr. Carolus Saad. Dr. Alexa May Sangalang. Dr. Rohan Sani.
Congratulations, class of 2021. It's been a pleasure getting to know all of you guys over the last 4 years. Looking forward to staying in touch. Congratulations again.
Dr. Nigel Scott. Dr. Sarah Seeley. Dr. Eliana Siegel. Dr. Akash Shah. Dr. Akash Shah. Dr. Anna Sheen. Dr. Lena Shire. Dr. Jessica Schur. Dr. Bilal Siddiqui.
Congrats, everyone. I'd like to first thank my friends and family for being there. I wouldn't have made it without you guys. I look forward to seeing you all in the future. Go NJMS.
Dr. Anushka Sinkar. Dr. Sapreet Singh. Dr. Stephen Skula. Dr. Michael Song.
Thank you to my faculty mentors, my friends, my roommates, and of course my family for their unwavering support these past 4 years.
Dr. Chloe Sukas. Dr. Monique Sterling. Dr. Garbani Suri. Dr. Vanessa Swantik. Dr. Eve Swirsky. Dr. Chandler C. Dr. Abanoob Fahim Tadros.
I'm so thankful to God, my parents, Marina, Mark, my siblings, my encouraging friends, and great mentors for this accomplishment. Congratulations, everyone.
Dr. Ashley Tran. Dr. Suringdev Vaidya. Dr. Jonathan Valsecki Diaz. Dr. Jesse Weisblatt. Dr. Anthony Vesci. Dr. Ayush Visaria. Dr. Reshma Vora. Dr. Evan Waldron.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, Ed. You're all the reason that I should be walking today, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be a doctor. I love all of you.
Dr. Christopher Warren.
The class of 2021 is by far the best class to ever graduate from NJMS. You guys are all so great. I love getting to know all of you. Everyone's going to be amazing physicians. And thank you so much to my wife, Colleen, and to my parents for their support.
Dr. David Wassef. Dr. John Weisner.
Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Dr. Elliot Bush. Dr. Yaren Wu. Dr. Alicia Wu. Dr. Pei Shu. Dr. Annie Yang. Dr. Ellen Young. Dr. Christine Yen. Dr. Rochen Ying. Dr. Ho Chun Yu. Dr. Joseph So.
Thank you, Dr. Hill, and a special congratulations to Marsha Tabakin on receiving the Distinguished Citizen Award. You have been an inspiration and incredible support to all of our students. Members of the class of 2021, you have made the transition from student to doctor. Please remember that this role in society comes with great responsibility. Embrace your profession with pride, dignity, and humility. May each of you experience an abundance of success and joy in your professional lives and in your personal lives. As we conclude, please enjoy a performance by the New Jersey Medical School's Vocal Cords Jazz Ensemble. Congratulations to the class of 2021.